So now we will see output in JavaScript. So guys, there are multiple ways in order to provide the output in JavaScript. Some of them we have already seen previously. So let us go through them once again. So guys, first of all, we have something called as inner HTML. So guys, let us check how we can use the inner HTML with the help of example over here. So let me just remove the previous lines of code that we had written in the HTML and the JavaScript files in this case. Now guys, simply inside the body tag of the HTML web page, we are going to have the div tag along with certain statements. So let us say we have programming for beginners as the statement over here inside the div tag, which is the name of this YouTube channel that you should definitely subscribe in order to learn more about the JavaScript. So guys, this is a statement inside the div tag over here, and let us also provide the ID for this particular div tag, and we give the value as demo over here. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. As you can see, we have programming for beginners that is getting printed on the web page. Now guys, what is the usage of this inner HTML? So basically we find one of the HTML elements on the web page. So let's say we have this HTML element that is having the value programming for beginners, and we replace it with another statement over here inside this HTML element, and this can be achieved by using the inner HTML property. So guys, let us check that how we can achieve it. So inside the test.js file, we need to provide our JavaScript code, before which we need to link the JavaScript file with this particular HTML file over here. So simply we use the script tag along with the src attribute, and we provide the name of the JavaScript file that we are going to write, that is test.js file. Now guys, let me just provide the statement inside the test.js file over here. So simply we will make use of the document followed by dot, and then we will say query selector. So over here we are going to make use of the ID of the HTML element, that is demo in this case. So let me just copy this ID, and inside the query selector, inside the single quote over here, we need to provide the hash character, since we are making use of the ID value of the HTML element, and then followed by the ID value over here. So guys, this particular statement will help us in order to identify the HTML element that we want to update. So let us verify that by using the console.log statement over here. So simply we enclose this entire statement that we had written inside the console.log statement in this case. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see on the right hand side under the console section of the web browser, we can see the div tag with the ID that is demo, and then we have the programming for beginners string over here. Now guys, we want to change the content of this particular div tag. So what we can do is simply we can make use of the inner HTML property, which is one of the output statements in JavaScript. So guys, in this case, simply inside the JavaScript code over here, we are going to remove the console.log statement, and then after we have identified the HTML element which we are getting over here on the console, simply we are going to append dot followed by inner HTML property. So as you can see, this is the property that we are going to use, and then followed by the assignment operator, that is equal to operator over here, and then inside the double or the single quote, we can provide our statement to be printed inside the div tag. So simply we will say this is a div tag updated by JavaScript. So guys, over here we have this updated statement. This is a div tag updated by JavaScript over here. Let me just save this file now, and when we reload this page, instead of having programming for beginners, we will have this statement, that is this is a div tag updated by JavaScript over here. So let me just reload this page in this case. So as you can see, this is a div tag updated by JavaScript. Now guys, in real case scenario, we won't be having the inner HTML directly under the JavaScript code over here, since it is updating the HTML element on the page load. So basically we are going to have a button inside the HTML web page, and when the user clicks on that particular button, the JavaScript code that we have written over here in order to update the statement will be called in order to update the content on the web page. So guys, we will check this in the upcoming sessions as well, but this is a very simple example as far as the inner HTML property is concerned. Now guys, apart from this, we also have something called as document.write. So over here what we can do is, let me just comment out this line of code over here. Simply we can make use of control plus forward slash as the keyboard shortcut in order to provide this particular single line comment on the VS Code. Now guys, after this, let me just save this file now. We will have the original statement on the web browser. So as you can see, programming for beginners is getting printed over here. That's because we have commented out this line of code which is not getting executed, and comments are one of the best ways in order to provide certain instructions to other programmers when they are going to read your JavaScript code. Now guys, let us try this particular statement, that is document.write. Now guys, what is the meaning of this document.write? So guys, basically it is going to add another statement to your existing file over here inside the HTML. So guys, let us check that as well. So over here, what we will do is simply inside the JavaScript file, in this case, we will provide document followed by dot, and then we will say write method over here, and then inside the parenthesis we are going to either have double or single quotes over here, and then we will say new statement in this case. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. As you can see, we have programming for beginners, and in this case we have the other line, that is new statement over here, which is added with the help of this document.write method in this case. Now guys, it is very important to note that after loading the particular HTML web page, you should not call this document.write function, because it will replace the entire content of the web page. So in order to understand this, let us have couple of more div tags over here, and what we will do is simply I'm going to remove the ID attribute from these two div tags. So we have these three div tags over here. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this web page once again on the browser. So as you can see, all these three statements are now getting printed. Now guys, let us have button over here after the last div tag in this case. So simply we will have button with the text that is click me over here. Let me just save this file now, and when we reload this page, you can see that we have a button over here. Now guys, it is not recommended that you should use the document.write after the page is loaded in this case. So basically the entire page is loaded now, but let's say on the click functionality of this particular button, you have the document.write function. So basically we are going to have the on click attribute, which is one of the attributes of the button HTML element, and inside this particular on click attribute we are going to have the JavaScript code, which is document followed by dot, and then we have the write function over here, and then let's say we have the same statement, that is new statement in this case. So guys, basically what we are trying to do is when the user clicks on this particular button, we are going to call the JavaScript code, that is document.write, and it is going to write the new statement over here. So basically this JavaScript code will be executed after the entire page is loaded on the web page, which is not recommended since it is going to replace the entire content of the web page. So guys, let us check that. So when we save this file now and try reloading this page, so as you can see, we have all the statements over here, but when we click on this particular button, that is click me, so as you can see, new statement is getting printed over here, and all the previous statements got replaced by this particular new statement. So guys, this is the reason that it is not recommended in order to make use of this document.write function after the page is loaded, since it is going to replace the entire content of the existing page. Now guys, apart from this, we also have something called as alert over here, which will help us in order to provide the output using the Windows alert. So guys, let us check that as well. So instead of having the document.write statement, simply we can make use of the alert function over here. So guys, this is another JavaScript function that will help us in order to provide certain statement inside the Windows alert. So let us say we provide certain statement, that is this is a alert window. So guys, basically inside the parenthesis of the alert function we have the single quotes, and then inside that we have the statement this is alert window. So when we save this file now, basically we need to click on this button once again in order to make this alert appear over here. So when we reload this page once again in this case, and when we click on this particular button, that is click me, you can see there is a window alert that is appearing, and it is having the content this is alert window. So guys, in this way you can also provide the alerts as well if you want to add this particular feature based on your project requirements. Guys, apart from this, we have already seen the usage of the console.log, that is the fourth statement as part of the output in JavaScript. So guys, these are some of the statements that you can use in order to provide the output in JavaScript. Apart from this, we also have something called as text content and inner text as well, which provides the same functionality similar to inner HTML, but there are certain differences. So those those differences we are going to check in the upcoming videos as well. So comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video, in which we are going to cover an exercise in order to find the sum of numbers that is entered by the user using JavaScript. So stay tuned.